Hi, I'm Varnaz and welcome to Low Carb Keto Recipes and Having Fun. So today I'm really excited to show you this recipe, which is a completely flawless chocolate cake. Yes, you heard it right. No coconut flour, no almond flour, not even baking powder. So it's chocolatey, it's dense, and I don't know how to explain this to you. I mean, chocolate cake without any kind of flour? Seems like a dream. Well, here I have a little piece that I've cut out from my main cake, and let me show it to you as well as do a taste test. So here it is. Look at that. Completely flawless. Flawless. Okay, so here's my taste test. Can you see that? It's absolutely yummy. You'll never believe that this is a flawless chocolate cake, but it is. So, as always, let's get cooking. So, let's begin with all the ingredients. Here are all the ingredients we'll need. We will need 4 eggs separated. We will need 4 tablespoons of a sweetener. I use xylitol. 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder unsweetened. 6 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. 1 teaspoon of instant coffee powder, 4 tablespoons of butter. You don't need to melt it. And and 1 to 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I didn't have vanilla extract at home, so I've used caramel stevia drops, just a splash. So here goes in the butter. Next we have the heavy whipping cream. In that goes. And of course you have to take a big mixing bowl and do all this in that. Next we have the unsweetened cocoa powder. In that goes. And yep, that's my 4th tablespoon. Yep. So next we have the instant coffee powder. In that goes 1 teaspoon of it. Okay. Now we put in our sweetener. I use xylitol. You can use erythritol. Unfortunately, stevia, unless you have the powder where you can put at least 3-4 tablespoons of it, will not work. If you have to just put a few drops in liquid stevia, that's not going to work. So you'll need either xylitol or erythritol or the stevia powder, which you could put an equivalent. And I put my caramel stevia drops. I just put a splash of it in, as I didn't have vanilla extract, but you please put vanilla extract. Okay, so I'm just giving this a mix in the mixing bowl, nothing major. And now it's going to go into the microwave for 1 minute, but you must do it in 30-second bursts. So this is what it looks like after it's come out of the microwave after 1 minute. Just really mix it well after you brought it out. Do remember, when you put it in the microwave, put it in for 20 seconds, then stop and stir, then again for another 20, then stop and stir, and then for the last 20 until you see all the butter is melted. And this is what it looks like in the bowl when it's come out of the microwave. Really smooth and creamy. Okay, so now that we've got our chocolate mixture ready, it's time for us to separate our eggs, and that's 4 eggs. I've already done 2 so that you don't have to see all of them. I find this method of separating eggs the easiest, and yes, my hands are very, very clean, so don't worry about that. I crack it open, I drop the yolk in my hand and allow the white to pass through my fingers. I find this the easiest way, and I've put the yolks into a separate bowl. Okay, so this we are going to whip up later into stiff peaks, and these are our yolks. Now, after your chocolate mixture has cooled down considerably, you start putting in the egg yolks and just mix it into the chocolate mixture. You'll see the moment you mix it in, you must not put it in when it's piping hot out of the microwave, because then your eggs will scramble. So please see to that wait for it to cool down, and then put 2 egg yolks at a time, and put it all in and mix it such that it goes mixes well into the chocolate mixture, and there are you don't see any of the yolks popping out. Okay, so mix it all well, and this is a good time to tell you, do subscribe to my channel and join me on Facebook with the same name, Low Carb Keto Recipes and Having Fun. Okay, I'm showing you the consistency after the egg yolks have been put in. It on its own, it becomes a bit thicker just with the egg yolks being added. Okay, now these are the egg whites, which I am going to beat to stiff peaks. I'm not putting on the mixie and the sound will bother you, so I'm going to do that separately, and I'll come back when I whip them up. So can you see? This is the way I whipped them up. Can you see? I brought them to stiff peaks. It's amazing, and it took me about 1.5 minutes. I have a good hand mixer, and I brought it to this consistency, stiff peaks. Okay, once you get these stiff peaks, you've got your chocolate mixture ready, you've got your egg white mixture ready, and I'm just showing you the consistency. Now we will assimilate the egg whites into the chocolate mixture in 2 to 3 parts. So you take a bit and you put it in, and I am using the whisk to mix it into the chocolate mixture, so that you have to see that it remains fluffy. Don't be worried about it. It all has to eventually mix in, and the white shouldn't show anymore, but it's nice to do it in 3 parts so that the mixture stays light and airy. Okay, so I'm using, like I said, the whisk right now. I'm putting the next part in, and that's my second lot of egg white, and again I'm using the whisk in my hand and lightly folding it into the chocolate mixture. It's a pretty easy thing. I'm showing you the bowl very close so that you can see the way I mix in the egg whites. And now the last part of the egg whites. Can you see how stiff they are? That's a very important part, because this is what is going to help your cake rise. We are not using any baking powder, so the egg whites need to be whipped really stiff, and that's what's going to work. So now I've changed to a spatula and I'm still folding it in. And take your time doing this, don't be in a hurry, because you know this is the way to do it. You take it in big round movements, and they all say you do it in like an 8, form the number 8, but you just fold it in, take it from the bottom. I'm showing you the mixture. There you go. Can you see? It's nice and light and airy, and also the volume has increased. Okay, now I've taken a round tin and I've lined it with parchment paper, baking paper, and this is a very important step. You will positively need parchment paper for this. And I'm dropping in the whole mixture into the pan, and it smells divine already. I can smell the chocolate, and oh, it's yummy. It's already smelling yummy. Let's see what it turns out like. Okay, now after you put in all the mixture into your pan, which has been lined with parchment paper, we are going to use another technique where you're going to take a tray which has some height, and you're going to fill it with I'm just showing this to you up close after it's been filled into the pan. And now is when I'm going to take a big baking tray, and I'm going to fill it in with boiling hot water. Can you see that? That's my tray at the bottom, and my cake tin is inside it. I'm going to fill it in with hot boiling water, just up to 1/4 to half the height. I would say half the height of the pan. You have to put it into the big baking tray, and this whole thing is going to go in together into the oven. And now it's ready for the oven at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. And that's it. Here we have it when it's come out of the oven, and let's see how it's turned out. Sorry about the shaky camera. I don't have my correct stand today, so I'm just pouring out the water from the pan. I've taken the cake out, and so let's see what it looks like. It's very hot. This is not the right time for me to pull it out, but I'm still doing that because I'm excited to show it to all of you. You do know you must do a toothpick test and put it in the center, and if it comes out clean, that's when you know your cake is done. So I've cut out a slice, and that is what it looks like. Just see, well set. See how dense and chocolatey and amazing that looks like. So enjoy your Flourless chocolate cake. Bye then.